No, the attorneys are doing nothing about it. Happy New Year. Let me give a brief introduction. It's Johnny Flynn from Norwalk, and we've been posting about the Bob Pasquarelli Cedar Court problem where he just had heart transplant and has a bed bug infestation. And he took the price of a mattress out of his rent, which is outlined in his rent that he may do that, and they started eviction. Well, now Bob's in the hospital. His neighbor, Lizette Timke, had 2 blood transfusions due to bed bugs. And Ezra Priest recently died due to informants breaking and entering, falsely arresting a disabled mute veteran. And just posting these 3 or 4 stories led to Lois calling me. Lois, can you just briefly describe your problem? Take as long as you like, because Tor's problem, I guess you know Tor. He's a gentleman and a scholar. I love Tor.
Yes, I do too.
Oh, you do? Great. So we're on the same team. Have no fear. If you don't expose the problem, it's never going to be fixed.
Okay.
Go ahead.
My mother passed away in 2017 of cancer.
Right. I feel for you. My mom died in 2016 of leukemia. Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, my mom had leukemia as well. Thank you for that. I'm sorry for your loss.
No worries. She's with me.
My mom didn't tell us that she was sick. She didn't want us to worry. But in addition to that, she didn't tell us about her tax problems.
Oh.
She was living on a fixed income, and she moved to this house in 1968. And
So you had no mortgage, correct?
There was no mortgage.
Okay.
And she kept up all her payments, but when she got sick for medication and doctor's appointment, she had to sacrifice the tax payment to pay her bills to stay alive.
Right. So the cost of living was just too much to bear when she had a very expensive health issue.
Yes.
Okay.
I did not find out about the foreclosure that they had started with her until after she passed away.
Okay.
So immediately when I found out what was going on, I approached the court as her sole heir, and I asked them to try to save the house.
Right. This sounds an awful lot like Tor's story.
Exactly. I immediately did everything I was supposed to. I hired an attorney. The attorney tried multiple times to get me into the case. They would not allow me.
Were there delays at probate?
I'm sorry?
Were there delays at probate, or you just didn't know in time to fix it?
No, probate was fine. It was the court that wouldn't let me into the foreclosure proceeding.
Right, you had no standing because you weren't the homeowner.
Right, I wasn't the homeowner, so I had to go through probate. And so I went through probate. That went off without a hitch. As a last-ditch effort to try to save the house because I didn't have.
Did they take the house with no mortgage?
They haven't taken it yet. I'm still in the house right now.
Well, have they proposed that you modify and they would add payments to the back end of a newly written financial agreement?
Nope. They gave me 2 weeks to redeem. 2 weeks to redeem.
Which is no time.
It was 4 years of back taxes with 18% interest. So, of course, to apply for a loan.
What are the taxes on the property annually? Like $15,000?
Well, then it was like about over $5,000. Now it's close. It's 7,000, close to $8,000 now.
Yeah, annually.
Annually.
Right.
But back when this happened, they weren't that high.
Right. It was 5 or 6, and it's going up $1,000 a year.
Right. So they gave me 2 weeks to redeem, which of course, to get a loan, the average wait time is going to be 45 days. So the 10 days wasn't enough to redeem. So they continued on.
How many people live in the house?
There's 9 adults and 5 children.
9 adults and 5 children. 9.
Yes.
Oh, my God. 5 children.
Yes.
Oh, my God. You need to keep that house.
I need to keep it because I have a special needs grandson who goes to school.
Oh, my goodness. What's his special need?
He has ADHD.
Okay. Was that environmentally caused, you think?
They believe it's because, well, my daughter believes because there's lead paint.
Of course.
And we can't do any modifications to the house because technically
Right.
they gave it to a bidder.
Does it have asbestos?
It does.
Okay. So that could be a cause.
Yeah.
So the long-term effects of these types of things, especially, do you live near stone crushing?
I'm not sure what that is.
That's when they take down buildings and they take the cement piles and they crush them through a crusher, and then it gets blown through the air, and then you're susceptible to breathing in all types of heavy metals. I'm just saying, is there any kind of contamination near you?
No, there isn't.
Okay. You're the lucky one. Good.
Inspection done, yeah. So, as a last ditch to save the house because I didn't have the money right away, I filed bankruptcy.
Okay.
A Chapter 13, a repayment plan.
Right.
I was going along for 2 years paying it, so I paid $48,000 into it.
See, that's a lot.
I paid it through a U.S. Treasurer, a government, a court-appointed treasurer.
Right. So they never even promised modification or any remedy of that route.
And they won't, Judah, that was paid to Benchmark.
Benchmark, of course. Yeah. Benchmark is a notorious gangster.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That scares me.
Well, that's because John Carroll, when the chief court administrator, provided them with indemnification for robbery. Go ahead.
Oh, boy. Well, they won't admit that they received the money from me, even though I have the treasurer's final accounting showing that she took my money from my bank account.
You're the third person this week that told me that.
Yeah.
I just spoke to a guy named William yesterday. He gave $65,000. Now, he lives in New Canaan, so you would think that the more affluent towns wouldn't have the same problems. He gave someone $65,000 on, goodwill. Basically, here's my 65 you needed to modify. They never modified the house. They took the money and they ran. And they have immunity from the chief court administrator, who, some of these judges make $900,000 a year, have a $125,000 pension annually. They're in semi-retirement, making $1.25 million. Some making over $1 million a year. Go ahead.
Yep. So I'm in court now, and so every step along the way.
Okay. Can you prepare an affidavit of what happened?
I can.
Okay. Go to the bank. Get it notarized. Can you send it to Pritchard? I'll give you Andrew Pritchard. I can give you his contact information. He lives in Norwalk. They took his $3.5 million house, claiming there was a $200,000 mortgage, when in fact there is none. It's a falsified document by an attorney who's protected through the court as a commissioner of the court. The games they're playing, they're protected for playing. So we're asking for the immediate arrest of Judge Spader, period. I mean, the things he's done are unconscionable. Imagine, evicting a guy who had a heart transplant, who bought a mattress to replace a mattress with bed bugs. Then they began the eviction process from a HUD property because he withdrew $300 for a new mattress. Can you believe that? And it's in the lease that they can remove, if there's a violation of the terms from the provider, you're not Section 8. But what you've got to do is you've got these 14 people relying on you.
Yeah.
That's an enormous burden. I apologize but you know what? Let's try to get you some help. I think overwhelming support from Connecticut could cause, people don't realize that the courts are closed due to COVID.
Not my court.
No, there's 31 murder trials on hold in the Stamford Superior Court, okay? So when you think about there's no jury trials, you would need a jury trial so you don't get an unscrupulous judge getting kickbacks from developers, which is exactly how the DNC works. Now, I'm not trying to say it's a partisan thing, Democrat versus Republican, because both are playing this game. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, so people in power want to keep it, and Judah Epstein has, I am told, 6,500 properties. Many he got for free. Now, if there was an eviction, right, when would it be, when's it scheduled for? Is there a date?
There's no date yet. We're actually getting ready to go to trial for it.
Excellent, excellent. So if you had public support, like 10 people show up and say, this guy screwed me, Your Honor, you need to recuse yourself, the first thing you got to do is get Spader out of your life. Now, he left Bridgeport. He's now in the Norwalk court. Where is your case?
He's still ruling on me in Bridgeport. He's still
Ah,
right here.
okay. Well, here we go. What you may not know is that judges have had to recuse themselves from cases that Spader dealt with, okay? Like Gennario. Let's use Gennario. Gennario is a judge doing the same thing, okay? However, when they took Pritchard's house, Gennario and Spader were working together, okay? Gennario recused himself in saying, I have a personal connection to this case. I can no longer hear it, right? So what he did was he set up Kavanewski to get the hearings dismissed. So what happened was Pritchard had a house. Gennario ruled that there would be a hearing. Okay? Now, I had a hearing on mine, too. Except I wasn't notified in time to see the thing. I got the notification a day after the hearing. You understand?
Yes.
Now, they went and, without telling me, and they knew they didn't tell me, because I talked to the clerk, of course, who didn't relay it to the judge, or probably did relay it to the judge. So what happens is there's administrative misconduct going on, okay? The fact that Gennario had a hearing, had Kavanewski run it, and then non-suited the case because the defendant didn't show, because he wasn't notified. This is what's going on, okay? So they're using whatever means possible to get your case dismissed to expedite the foreclosure. So you've got to be on your process. In other words, the court is like a tennis match. Volley for serve, back and forth with the ball. And the ball may not be in your court and you might be waiting. But when the ball's being hit towards you, you need to have a full court pressure defense. You understand?
Yes.
So here we go. You know what they're planning is total devastation to 14 people. Where would they go? Nowhere. They have nowhere to go, because going from paying, let's say it's $700 or $800 a month in taxes with no mortgage, right?
Yeah.
An apartment for 14 people could cost $7,000 or $8,000 a month, no?
Yeah, we can't even, there's no place big enough to hold us.
No, there's too many. And it's not that you don't all get along, right? You have some that are into retirement. You have 5 children, right? They're in school. They would have to, where would they go? Okay, so let's get to what you do the talking. Tell us what you need.
I need to keep my house.
Right.
I need to
Okay.
keep it.
Get the affidavit to Pritchard. You know why? He's in the process of getting Spader arrested for misconduct. Now, I'm not sure what misconduct occurred in your case. It sounds like your mom was trying to protect you. You were losing your mom, and she thought she was doing the right thing by keeping you out of the loop, when in fact it was the most devastating way to undermine your protections without her knowledge. In other words, she couldn't afford an attorney that's $500-600 an hour, or best case scenario, $350 an hour, correct? So now you're looking at...
She had an attorney.
Okay.
She had one.
So how much was paid already, which didn't help you? In other words, did the judge order fees to Epstein?
The Chapter 13 did. So $48,000 was paid to Benchmark.
And then did that restart the clock? No.
No, they actually got me out of foreclosure because I missed a current payment. I missed a payment outside the plan in error, and when I went to the tax assessors to pay it, they said, hey, somebody else already paid it. You're going to have to call Benchmark and deal with them.
So Benchmark paid 1 month's...
1 year's...
1 year's taxes.
The 6-month taxes, and so the city wouldn't take it from me. It had already been done by the time I realized the error.
Right, so you know that Judah Epstein's the only one in the city of Bridgeport which is allowed to do that. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Okay, so what they're doing is they're steering him. In other words, they gave him the power to take your tax lien for a 6-month payment of $3,000 or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
And now force you, after giving him $48,000, right? Which you would think would, in other words, they wanted the current tax payment, and they allowed him to block your own tax payment so he could extort you and collect a bribe. Is that true?
Well, I don't know about the bribe part, but what the city told me was that they don't care where the money comes from. Once the payment is done, it's done. But they were able to tell me that that's who paid it, and that if I wanted to rectify it, I need to reach out.
So let me ask you, the 2 or 3 city attorneys, they have the list. They send it to Benchmark, right? Benchmark cuts a check for $3,000 because he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Wow.
You understand?
Yes.
And then he compensates those 2 attorneys who are operating the criminal enterprises, shaking you down with immunity from the court.
Yeah,
So
I
this
didn't know
is...
that it was this deep. I just felt like it was unfair. I didn't, until I saw the video, I didn't realize. But when I heard the story, I said, oh my God, that is my case verbatim. That's what's happening exactly to me.
Do you want to call Pritchard? Let me introduce you. Do you have a moment? Let's call him. Let's call him. He'll help you out. He's very knowledgeable, and he's a straight shooter. But here we go. He got threatened by Judge Gennario, okay? I have the transcript. To read it to you would show you, okay? The judge in the case said this. Okay, you're pretty smart. You're not going to stop all us judges working together to screw you. That's what he said. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So even if you pay the Benchmark lien, they want your house for free. They can add it to their portfolio. They will compensate those attorneys on the payroll who tipped him off that you were late. If I were you, what would I do? I would immediately go to the police and accuse the guy of A, extortion and money laundering. Because right now, he's in the process of a federal investigation into theft of housing for this exact... You tried to pay it. They beat you to the punchline. You had a check in hand. You're not allowed to pay your own taxes because...
I even had an investor who offered to purchase that. So there was a bidder, and the investor...
Right, not that you can afford to sell your house. You need a place to live.
Right, I don't want to sell. I tried to buy it back from him, and he said no.
Okay.
He said no, we were going to give him back all the money.
So he was an honest guy? You're not sure? You're not sure. How did he find out about you? How did he find out about you?
So they
An auction?
foreclosure auction. Here's the thing that I want to mention that's
Oh, go ahead.
important.
Go ahead.
When I filed Chapter 13,
Right.
when you file Chapter 13, it covers all of the properties in that estate.
Right.
When that happens, the court was supposed to stand down,
Right.
but they continued on.
Well, once you paid the 48, they should have resolved the issue somehow, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, tell me your name, Lois. What?
Patrick.
Patrick? Oh, that's your last name, Patrick? Nice name.
Patrick, yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find you. Edgerton, Ohio. Nope, that's not you. Hold on. You were Bridgeport, Connecticut, right?
Yes.
Hold on. Comac.
Oh, the case is going to be under my mother because she started. I sent you the docket number if that'll help you.
Oh, you want me to go look at the case and put it online? Yeah, show the people?
Yeah.
Let's do that. JUD dot, hold on, dot CT dot gov. Okay. Hold on, I need both hands. So there's hundreds of people in your situation, you know?
Yeah, my Frank Reckitt did a story.
Oh, I'm friends with Frank. I just saw him yesterday.
Yeah, and when it aired, a lot of people reached out to me, and so it's really, really common. It's happening to a lot of people.
Okay, so housing, docket number. You know the docket number? Why don't you read it? It's Bridgeport?
It's Bridgeport. I'm going to give you, so the case that has a lot of the speeder things, my housing is just getting started.
Yeah.
But where it stands from is it's CV
Right.
16.
16, yeah. So it is older. So it's 4 years old. Yeah.
Yeah. 605
Mm-hmm.
9553 dash S as in Sam.
Okay, give it to me again. Sorry.
It's okay.
60, just from the 60.
Okay. 59
Yep.
553
Yep.
dash S.
Yeah, I'm missing 3 digits. 16, what?
It's CV 16 dash 605 Oh, it starts off with FBT.
Right, I got that. Then 16. Then 605.
Uh-huh.
And then 9553.
No, 59553.
Give it to me again. 605.
955.
Yep.
3.
Oh, okay. I think we have it right. I thought we had it right. Okay. Benchmark, Irma, Jean, Roundtree, Eunice, Roundtree. You're not even listed as a defendant.
No, because my mom, I said when she, I didn't find out.
Is your mom
until
Eunice
after she
Roundtree?
passed. No, Eunice Roundtree was her sister, and she passed away last year.
Oh my goodness. So you have two
COVID.
You have 2 people passed away, further complicating the matter, and they're probably saying you have no standing. Or
They were saying that, but I eventually got into the case. They
Okay.
eventually let me in, but it took a long time.
so there's an Aquarian defendant, there's a Department of Social Services, the Marcus Law Firm. Here we go. Bridgeport City Attorney. Bridgeport City Attorney. There's 2 of those. There's Benchmark is the plaintiff. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defendants, including the water pollution bill, Marcus Law Firm. This is the same MO, okay? So Judah took $48,000, which is an awful lot of money. What is the house worth?
So the court did
Appraisal?
an appraisal, and they appraised it at $217,000. I mean, it needs a lot of repair.
Right.
But when you go
Here you go. Ineligible for foreclosure mediation. Who determined that?
I'm sorry?
Right here. Item 101. Foreclosure mediation. Ineligible. Compliance. Hold on. Motion for default. Failure to appear. Because she died, right?
No. She tried to stop it. So this is 2016. She died a year later.
Oh, okay.
She tried
Oh, that's
to-
2016.
she tried to-
Okay. Withdrawal of the action. Motion for judgment of strict foreclosures. Alfred Jennings. Attorney, fees, oath, appraisal. Okay. You see, every house is worth that. That's a real low ball number.
Yeah. But when you Google, it's in a nice neighborhood of Bridgeport. When you Google,
Is it exit 5? On 91?
I'm 7 blocks north of St. Vincent's Hospital.
Okay, so you know where Frank lives on Bishop?
No.
Okay, so what's the name of your street?
It's Wentworth.
Wentworth. I've seen it. I've seen the sign. Yeah, you're like 10 blocks from the FBI.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Hold on. Alfred Jennings. Okay. Walter Spader. Motion for approval of committee sale. He ordered the fees be paid, right?
Yes.
To his partner in crime. Bruno. Affidavit. Bankruptcy. Reset law. Now, here you go. Order. Preliminary statement of debt. So the only debt on the entire property is the tax lien, correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, it doesn't seem fair that you tried to pay your taxes and Spader bought the lien.
I reached out to, I thought Benchmark bought it, but,
Oh, maybe it did.
Spader.
You see, Benchmark, have you seen how many cases are in the screen for Benchmark? Hundreds. There's hundreds and hundreds of cases. All these Spader decisions in a row in November. The 6th, the 10th, the 13th, the 30th, 12/16, he granted a motion.
But my whole issue started in the very beginning when I tried to come in, and there was a judge, I think it might have been Jennings, who said that I was late. I was too late, and I wasn't too late. He made a mistake.
Of course he
And
made a mistake. He
and
decided you were too late so that these guys in the mortgage foreclosure mill could run you through the ringer.
So when he realized, when I tried to bring it to his attention,
I mean, you sound sweet and nice. I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't listen.
I think I felt like from the very beginning that everything was already decided. They were already going to take, no matter what I did, and there was proof of that. I'm trying to find which one it is. There was actually a judge, oh my goodness, the person who, the committee.
Right.
He kept seeing there were errors. He kept asking for advice. He kept saying, hey.
Did the judges note that there were errors? Do you have the transcripts of the judge saying there were errors?
No, it was off the record. But I wanna bring your attention to.
I wish you knew which motion it was. There's so many.
I know.
Here,
There's
let's click on this one and see what it says.
There's one on Bruno.
Motion for possession for having been considered by the court, order granted. So he gave possession to Benchmark.
He gave it. But this is important. On 4/13/19, Judge Bruner, she was made aware that I had filed the foreclosure.
Okay, right here, I got it.
She did the ruling, and so she said.
Well, here we go. It says Walter Spader on the ruling. Hold on. Here we go. Docket 4/13/21, Roundtree, Irma, Jean, ordered regarding motion for supplemental judgment, the foregoing having been considered by the court, State of Connecticut, Honorable Judge Walter Spader, supplemental judgment of foreclosure by sale. A decree of foreclosure by sale having been rendered in this action. See, now, I don't see how they can immediately... When were the taxes due?
So I'm thinking like 2012 to 2016. It was 4 years.
Okay, so here we go. Has executed and submitted for the ratification of this court a conveyance of the premise to Kuram Ali, Who's that?
Yes, that's the bidder.
Ah.
And Fairfield. He is an investor. He is a
So he works with Benchmark.
I don't know.
Yes,
I don't know
probably.
him. He showed
So he
up.
tried to buy the house for $113,000
Right.
when you know you have an appraisal for $250 or whatever it was, right?
And that was the court's appraisal.
That was the court's appraisal.
Yeah.
And now, did the court appraisal guy get an award also?
I don't know.
Okay, so Khurram Ali, we need to ask people who he is. Now, do you know Lou?
No.
Lou probably knows. Let's call Lou. And let's call Pritchard. Let's if you can make the time, I think we could get to a lot closer to where we need to be. Do you understand?
Yes.
Hold on. Let's do it. I'll call Lou. I'll give you Lou's contact information. His number is 914-3697 in Connecticut. He lives in Bridgeport. Hold on. Let's see if he has time. See, the court ordered fees of $8,000. A balance paid to the committee of $4,350. Bankruptcy expenses. Hey, Lou. Hey, listen, I have on the phone another Benchmark victim in foreclosure. Judah Epstein had bought the tax lien of $3,000 on her house after she paid him $48,000 recently. Her mom owned the house. She inherited the house. There's 14 people living in the house. The house is scheduled for foreclosure, and now a guy named Khurram Ali stepped up and bid $113,000 for the house. Do you know Khurram Ali?
I've heard of him. He shows up every once in a while. He's probably, I suspect, he's part of the Judah Epstein
Right.
operation.
Can you talk to Lois if I give you her contact information?
Can you text it to me?
Yeah, I have her on the phone. I have her on the phone. I'm going to connect her. I'm going to merge her right now. Here we go. Now we're all on the conference call. Hello? Lois?
Hi.
Say hello to Lou.
I'm here.
Hi, Lou.
He has heard of Khurram Ali. He's not sure if he's working with Judah.
Yeah, but he's a predator. He's an investor. But then again, it could be one of the straw buyers that Judah uses. He has several. Khurram Ali, and whether that's his true name is a big question. Do you have a pencil in front of you? A pen or a paper?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, first thing you want to do is do a background check on this guy, Khurram Ali.
Okay. I'll help you. Okay, great.
Get as much information as you can on him.
I'm Googling his name right now. Okay.
I found him. He's part of a company called 111 Clearview. That's all I could find on him. And he has a bunch of other companies underneath that as well. I couldn't find a picture of him. I found his address.
What's his address? What's his address?
Oh, I don't have it with me right now.
Okay, what was the name of the company that you mentioned?
111 Clearview. And they're,
He's a predator, right? Oh yeah, here he is. Khurram Ali, Citigroup Global Wealth Management on LinkedIn. I'm looking at his picture. Vice President of Citigroup Global Wealth Management.
That's your first step.
I just connected with him. I just connected with him on LinkedIn. He has only 10 connections. Hold on. Let me see what else I can find out. Order. Here's the order. Here's his name. So were the total fees and expenses of $11,432 paid? Or is this what is owed, $4,350, which wasn't paid?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. That's that 11. That's that 41321. So this is 6 months. This is 8 months old.
Okay, to have of people from the city. Every Wednesday, they meet at the tax collector's office. Judah Epstein, Russ Liskoff, or another representative from the city attorney's office.
Yeah.
Is Liskoff one of the guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
He's very nasty. I've talked to him.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the inside guy. He's the guy from the city. And he's actually technically retired, but they won't retire him because for various reasons. There's a lot going on with him. But please listen, you got to get us. What you need to do is research very quickly. What are they doing? When is your foreclosure due?
They haven't set a date yet. That's why I'm afraid to do too much. I don't want to ruin my chances, but they're trying to, they're actually going to set a date yet. They haven't even done that so far.
Have you gone before the judge? No, wait. Do they have a strict foreclosure or
Yes.
foreclosure by sale?
Foreclosure by sale.
No. I thought I saw something about a strict.
It started out as a strict foreclosure. It's currently a foreclosure by sale. You have to go further down the docket.
Okay.
Okay, foreclosure by sale. Now, what is your property worth, and where is it located?
It is located in Bridgeport, Connecticut. It's at 44 Wentworth Street.
Is that the north end?
It is the north end. I'm off of Main Street. It's a dead end street. I'm up the street from St. Vincent's.
So you're really right near Judah's office.
Oh yeah, I could walk there. He's up the street from me. I pass it every day.
Okay, all right. So, how knowledge is power here. Everything you need to do is you need to get as much information. Has he gotten the judgment against you already?
He has. I believe that's the term. And forgive me, I'm not really. I'm learning about the law, but I don't have knowledge of all these different terms. But he actually. So the judgment, is that when they settle the financial part of it?
No, a judgment is when he goes before the judge and says judgment of foreclosure, files a motion for judgment of foreclosure. Okay?
I'm pretty sure that that's already been granted. They actually have given this Ali person, they gave him the title. He's on the he's on.
What do you mean they gave him the title? How could they give him the title without
He was a bidder. He was a successful bidder, and he paid.
So you had a sale already.
The sale's already done. I have a separate lawsuit, which is why I'm still in the house for now. I have an action to quiet title because I listed my attorney listed reasons when there were errors in the case, and so that has been sitting in the court since May untouched. But this action to evict me is moving right along like a steamroller.
There's a motion for possession.
Is it Walter Spader?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey Lou, is it called the motion for possession, which is motion 197? It was granted on July.
That's when Ali comes in and he.
Yeah, that was on July 19th, and it was granted on the 19th. So an objection was filed, which was overruled. And then the reply for objection was filed, and a proposed execution of ejectment was signed on July 21st.
Who is her attorney?
I know that
Who's your attorney?
I'm not sure if I can say that because I don't think so. I went to him with my concerns about Spader, and on multiple occasions he told me you don't have to worry about Spader. So I kind of not like to mention his name while being recorded.
Okay. No worries.
Are you recording this?
Yeah, well I am, but we haven't posted it. We're just saving it. Yeah.
Don't listen. Do not post this.
Okay. All right.
Do not post this.
All right.
Okay. And please tell me when you are recording because I don't want you to record. I told you this yesterday.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to help her, and I called you.
No. I understand you're trying to help her, but the attorney's critical. I need to find out.
Okay.
Is he a local attorney? Is he in Stratford?
No,
Is he in Stratford?
he's not.
Well, his name would be on a motion that he filed, correct?
His name would be on the top of the docket as her counsel. He filed an appearance, right?
I had several. He probably did. Let me see if I could pull that up. He did file an appearance.
I don't see it.
But he knows Spader.
That doesn't mean anything. That means
They have a
that
history.
well, that could also be a real problem.
Here is an appearance for the defendant right here. Here's another one. Here's another one. So,
All right. Well, the name of the attorney is going to be critical because he could be part of the whole scam.
yeah, Gary Williams signed one for.
Is there one I can get? Is there a way I can get it to you without saying it over the
Yeah,
all being recorded?
yeah. Of course.
All right. John, give her my phone number, but not on the air, please.
All right.
Okay?
Yep.
All I want to know is, I want to know who, when you're dealing with Ali, Ali's got a history. He's got quite a few properties, and I think at one point, he had contacted me. I had spoken to him in the past. Okay? And I believe, and then he also, I think he and Jay are Goombas.
Yeah.
There's a lot of involvement here. Okay. Now, how long ago was your foreclosure started?
Who's Lois Patrick? You, administrator of the estate. I see your appearance. And Benita Darlene Lee is listed on something.
Yeah, she was an attorney, but that's not who I'm with right now.
Right.
I came into the case late 2017. By the time I got through probate, it would be the beginning of 2018.
Okay.
Probate. So is this still in probate?
No, the probate has been concluded quite some time back.
There's a James O'Rourke.
He's where I started. He's gone. He actually retired. And then I found out through my case that all I had to do to get into the case was just to file an appearance.
Well, wait a minute.
Maria Rose Salato.
No.
Maria Salato works for Marcus Law Firm.
Okay.
She was Walter Spader's. She was trained by Walter Spader when he worked in Marcus Law Firm.
Yeah, she's very kind. She's representing. I believe she's representing the water pollution. That's her part.
No, don't kid yourself.
Well, I mean, she's.
All right, listen. All
Okay.
right. Can you write this down for a second, please? This is important. Okay? I want you to contact the Commissioner of Banking. His name is George Perez in Hartford, and tell him that I told you to call him. Okay? All right, because now what you are, here's what they do. They find properties that have a lot of equity. How much equity was in the house?
So I did a quick Google search of the property, and per Realtor.com, it's $322,700.
Okay, and what is the debt? How much they owed you, and how much did you pay them?
So due to the entire amount was it was $78,000. That was including the 18% interest. I paid him $48,000, and then he had me pulled out of bankruptcy. And George O'Rourke.
He got a relief from state.
He did.
O'Rourke was a bankruptcy lawyer. He wasn't a bankruptcy lawyer.
And O'Rourke told me to stop paying him, which I should not have.
Well, listen, you have no idea you have fallen into a cesspool, okay? And let me finish this statement here regarding they look for properties that have a lot of equity, but dealing with dead people, estates, okay? And you as an heir then all of a sudden you start paying them, and it becomes like a bottomless pit. You can't pay them enough. It's
Exactly.
like they keep charging. They keep charging. See, they charge a compound interest. Okay, it says 18%, but it's more like 42%. Okay, because they have the interest to the principal all the time. They have the interest to the principal, and it goes on and on and on. There's a law being pushed by write this down. There is the Deputy Speaker of the House by the name of Edwin Vargas, Vargas. Okay? Are you a senior citizen or not? Are you over 62 or?
No.
Okay, but you currently live in the house.
I do.
Okay. All right. Edwin Vargas. Need to contact him. He's trying to pass a law, okay, that says that you cannot, he's trying to reduce the interest rate to like 6%, or I'm sorry, 12%, okay, and not compound it. And 18 tax collectors in 18 communities in the state of Connecticut during a recent hearing with the aging committee agreed to accept 12%. Okay, who originally had this lien? Who was it assigned from? The city of Bridgeport to who?
To Benchmark.
Okay, Benchmark is a company that is a fraud. It's a corporate shell, and it's owned by Judah Epstein. Okay.
Oh wow.
Judah Epstein owns close to 7,000 units of property. He keeps the properties after he forecloses on them, and then he turns around and he collects rents. All right, Judah Epstein just bought a $6 million condo in Florida. Okay, about a year ago. So he does money laundering. He launders his money through buying expensive real estate.
Wow.
Right? I mean, you have no idea. Like all of this is excellent information, but you need to act now. If you go, write this down, please. The Department of Justice has a website. You go to Connecticut DOJ. Okay?
Okay.
Right. Get on there and go to contact us. Okay? And then you'll see the complaint. And there's a form. You click on that complaint, there's a form. All right? And you fill out that form, and the form is very basic and very easy. What's important is the narrative. Exhibits, what happened in your case, how did it get there, what happened. You see, you're one of many victims that pay and lose. They always lose. They never win, no matter what. It's like working with Gotti. If you were, you know what I mean?
Is this guy Tom Carson, the guy? I've spoken to him. He's horrible.
Tom Carson is the public relations representative for the attorney, the U.S. attorney. He's a PR guy. That's all he is. He's not an attorney. He's not a prosecutor.
Okay, PR.
Okay. He doesn't have. He can be as horrible as he wants, but he gave me advice once, and he said to me that, look, if you want to get their attention at the U.S. Attorney's Office, take this to the media. Okay. The Connecticut Law Tribune had a guy, and a reporter by the name of Robert Storage, Storage. He was excellent. He did more stories on these things, but he left. Okay, he's not working there anymore. The Connecticut Law Tribune is like it's like a trade paper for judges and lawyers. So they hear a lot of, you can get on there. Have you filed a federal lawsuit at all?
I have not. This is all happening very fast. I just saw the video. I thought it was just me it was happening to. I just saw a video on Thursday to the contrary. So I haven't really, I don't know what to do.
Which video was this? Which video was this?
It was the video of John Flynn reading there was a person who had a $3 million home taken from them.
Okay, that's Andrew Pritchard.
Pritchard, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's out of He has a gorgeous house on a cliff overlooking Long Island Sound. I mean, what they did to him was, yeah. And there was another guy by the name of, if you want to talk high-end housing, there was another guy who had a $10 million house out of Greenwich that none of the papers made any sense. The guy had no mortgage, okay? And it wasn't Judah Epstein that foreclosed on him. There's a law firm by the name of Holland and Sage out of Hartford, and an attorney, an unscrupulous attorney by the name of Brian Rich, who is they work in conjunction with certain judges, okay? Now, you said Maria Soldado was very kind. Maria's a nice kid, but Maria works for Ed Marcus, okay? Marcus is a former chairman of the Democratic Party in the state of Connecticut. He was instrumental in appointing people like Patrick Carroll to the bench. I mean, he got elected. Patrick Carroll was let me go back. Patrick Carroll was a state senator for the state of Connecticut. Okay, you know who Patrick Carroll is?
I'm not familiar with him, no.
Okay, he's a chief court administrator. He's the number 2 guy. He's the COO of the court system. And then Chief Justice is the chairman. Okay? Patrick Carroll was a state senator, and he was the chairman of the Judiciary Committee. And he used that power to, usually what happens with these senators, they become judges. And Patrick worked his way up to become, his former boss was Barbara Clinton, and then she retired, and then Patrick Carroll took over. And then anyway, he knows all these people. He's involved with them. They're all interconnected. Okay? But what you have to do is homework, and you gotta do it fast. First and foremost, before you do anything else, write up your story. Have any evidence, exhibit of payments. If you have receipts or checks, anything you have, and submit it to the Department of Justice. Okay, John, what you need to do is put it out there that everybody has to file a Department of Justice complaint. Okay? Everybody.
Right, but you see,
spreading the news.
I thank you. Yeah, it's an educational process for an awful lot of people that have nowhere to turn, they believe.
Yeah, but the Department of Justice told me, I've been working with them for 5 years, okay? They've been studying Judah Epstein, they've been studying Walter Spader, they know all these people, but they got to get complaints. And what they told me was put it in writing, submit it online. Lois, it's online where you do this, okay? Yeah. Have you had any dealings with Johnny Ray Moore?
I have.
Okay. Because I think I'm sorry?
He's very helpful.
Yeah, Johnny knows a lot of details, but he can't, I don't know. He's trying. He's working as best as he can. There's a lot of politics going on here, and there's a lot of systemic abuse of the system. There are laws on the federal docket where you cannot you can't have, what is the word? Oh God! Under the color of law means that they use law as an excuse to commit a crime. Okay, that's it. You think that's the law, but it isn't. It's their interpretation. And the judges are a lot of the judges, not all of them, because there's a lot of judges that have stood up to the system and stood up to Patrick Carroll and stood up to the foreclosure mill. Is Casanova Creek a name that you know?
Yes.
Okay, were they the original assignee of your lien?
I don't believe so. I found Casanova Creek through researching someone.
Okay, Casanova Creek is a company that is comprised of 2 individuals. It's like Judah Epstein. He's a one-man office, and he's got a multi-million-dollar business. Okay, he had a guy named Danny Ventura working for him. Does that ring a bell?
No.
Okay, when you make your payments at his office, Danny Ventura used to be what they call the practice manager. Okay.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Go ahead.
I purposely used a third-party vendor to pay the the treasurer. I
The
didn't.
treasurer in the state of Connecticut.
The
Which treasurer in the city of Richmond?
She was appointed by the bankruptcy court.
No, that's a trustee.
Trustee, I'm sorry, I did use the wrong word, trustee. I used a third party to pay the trustee, who then forwarded the payment over to their office because I wanted proof.
Yeah, that was smart. That's excellent. And the trustee was Roberta Napolitano?
Yes, that was her.
Okay. All right. Roberta's a very nice lady, and she is overwhelmed, with these cases. And Judge Manning ruled against you, and she lifted the stay?
Yes.
Okay. How long ago was this?
That was just this, the summer, I think, of 2021.
Okay. Are you okay? 2021. Okay, this past summer. Recommendation: there is a new chief judge by the name of Ann Nevins in the bankruptcy court. Okay, she's the chief judge. You can write her anything you send to the Department of Justice. Copy the judge, the bankruptcy judge. All right. Let her know what's happened to you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. So key to the whole thing is filing a DOJ complaint, contacting the Department of Justice up in Hartford, the U.S. Attorney's Office. No, they're in New Haven. I'm sorry. In New Haven. All right. And I will give. If you can call me, John will give you my number, and I'll give you some more information. The key, knowledge is power, and you need to stand up. All right. But the only way you can do this
is that at 157 Church Street? Is that at 157 Church Street? I have the form. I found the form online. It's in New Haven, yeah.
Definitely. Get it to Lois.
Okay.
Lois, immediately send that out. Okay? Do it electronically. Get online with this and do it electronically. Okay? The only, we're trying to get media coverage on this. I've been negotiating with a company called Vice. I don't know if you've ever seen their programs on TV. They do exposés and documentaries. Okay?
Okay.
Because, and by the way, just so that you know, Maria works for the Marcus Law Firm. Like I said, she is more or less, I don't know, I like to say she is a sweetheart, and she's trying, but she's doing what she's told. She works for Ed Marcus. Now, I was contacted by a senior member of the executive branch, and I said this to John yesterday, that senior member of the executive branch informed me that there was an investigation ongoing, that the Attorney General for the state of Connecticut was participating in. And
well,
supposedly they had a task force.
I reached out to him for help, and he blew me off right away.
Hey, listen, let me run something by you, Lou. Why don't I take this audio and make it private and share it only with her? Lois.
No, I'd rather talk to her directly.
Okay, why don't you talk? I'll let you guys go if you don't,
By the way.
I just can't help you without the video, That's all.
Well, wait a second. We'll get there, John, but first I got to get some background. And then we can go on, we can go live with this, but not now. I need to know more. Now, William Tong, you can actually go to the committee and then go public with it. You can file a complaint.
Right now, right? Like, here we go. If I don't share this video, right, I can make it, save it, not use it, and file it as my complaint to the DOJ. Right now. I can send it to citizenscomplaint@usdoj.gov right now, fill out the form, send them the video, make it private, Save it for her so she can look at it, listen, any parts she missed, she can go back and connect the dots and feel more comfortable about it than even you.
I don't know. No. The DOJ is very anal about how they get their complaints. I don't know if
Well,
a video is going to be acceptable.
I went there yesterday and I yelled at I went there yesterday, stood in the street and yelled at the guards. I said, listen, I need to speak to an agent about this, that, and the other thing, about a murder, about a repeated home invasion case, about securities fraud. And, I'm not really pounding the door about mortgage fraud because all you guys are much closer to it than I am. You understand? I have other things I'm yelling at them about. But the fact of the matter is, if all these people are being victimized 1 a day, 2 a week, 3 a day, this is the 5th person that called me this week.
That's why you have a very important role in this, okay? But we have to be strategic about it.
Okay.
Because if you start taking this and just blasting it without doing some research and having the proper background.
Okay. By the way, if you need the complaints, this is the only way they're going to come forward. Finding about the story.
You could advertise.
It's not going to work. The only people motivated to do something about it have no time left. Look at Lois's case. They're saying 14.
Lois, are you familiar with an Adeca-Corella?
No.
Adeca-Corella is a post-judgment remedy that goes to the housing court. See, Walter Spader is not only the foreclosure docket judge, he's also the housing judge.
Yes, he is.
Okay? He wears 2 hats. Okay? And that's intentional. That's to keep tighter control. Okay? Of what they're doing.
There's got to be some way that if they followed the money, I'm talking about the FBI, that they could prove that the city officials of Bridgeport, by blocking her attempt to pay her own taxes, violated her property rights.
Wait a minute. After she paid, she said she constantly paid.
Yeah.
What happened after that?
She found out
I
that
need to know.
that Benchmark bought her 6-month tax lien. Then when she went to pay it, they wouldn't accept her money and they refused her.
Okay, because they wanted the property. Okay, that refusal. If there's a state statute. I'm gonna find out because there's a woman. Do you know Linda Pelletier out of Canterbury, Connecticut, up near Hartford? John.
No, never heard of her. What's her name?
Linda Pelletier. Okay.
Nope.
She's out of Hartford.
Okay, never heard of her.
She's been fighting the system for years. Linda is a wealth of knowledge. She had told me about a Connecticut state statute that says that if you make an offer to pay a debt in Connecticut with credible funds and the payment is refused, that voids the debt.
Nice.
Okay? Linda knows all about it. Okay?
Okay, so how do I reach this lady? How do I reach this lady? Linda, spell it. Pollecchia.
Well, wait. Pelletier. Hang on. Give me a second.
So right now you have a claim to make that statute was violated by the judge, by the court, by the Bridgeport tax guy.
No, by the plaintiff. Okay.
By Benchmark.
And she should talk to Tor.
Okay, hold on a sec.
Her last name is Pelletier. Listen. It's Pellicichia.
Okay, I'm Googling her. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Linda Pelleccia on Facebook. You're saying she's in Hartford or Canterbury?
Canterbury, Connecticut.
Linda, University of Delaware, fax number, Republican Zoning of Appeals.
Not the same person.
Okay, Linda Pelleccia, University of Delaware, Ellington, Connecticut, obituary.
That's not Linda. Look, I have her freaking number. Please stop it.
All right, what is it?
Right?
What is
I
it?
know how to get Lois in touch with her. Lois should talk to Tor Moss and Linda Pelleccia. Okay? Linda knows more state statutes and laws than most lawyers. By the way, she's the one that taught Johnny Ray Moore.
Oh wow! You know what? Is she a paralegal? There's a woman that was helping.
Not.
Oh, she's not.
She has a
Okay.
real deep voice.
Okay, I haven't.
No, she's not a paralegal. She's just a very, very knowledgeable pro se. And Johnny Ray Moore gets all his information from her.
Okay. Okay.
I can't find her.
So they work together. I mean, it's a good thing. They work together.
No, I can't find her.
But listen, Paramount is really... Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hello?
I have all her contact information, which I can give you. I just need... I'll give it to John, and John will give it to you. I just don't want to do it online.
Okay,
Okay.
And John, I want you to call her, too.
okay. Okay, so
John, I
she's,
want you to call
by the way,
her,
she's the
you're
key.
gonna find...
So let's wrap it up, and she's the key. Why don't you forward that, and you guys can, I'll send you guys the phone numbers of each one of you.
Thank you.
Okay, great. I mean, that was a great first go-around, wasn't it, Lois? I mean, I thought that was good.
More than I've had in the last 4 years, yes.
Okay, because I think Lou can really help you, and so can this Linda Pelleccia.
Linda is a wealth of knowledge, okay?
Okay, just spell her last name one more time.
She's unbelievable.
Pollichia?
No. P as in Peter, E as in Echo, L as in Lima, L as in Lima, I as in India, C as in Charlie, H as in Hotel, I as in India, A as
Okay,
in Alpha.
okay,
Okay?
got it.
That's Gia.
I got it.
Linda is key. Okay? Now, she'll give you all sorts of ideas, but listen, when you're in the housing court, the only recourse you have is what they call an ODECA, like audit. Okay? Corella. It's a motion that you file with the court to stop the eviction process. Okay? But you need to have information for that. Okay?
Okay.
You can't, and I really want to know who your lawyer is. Could you tell John or somehow, and well, you're going to be calling me anyway. Okay?
Yes.
Because there's a couple of lawyers who have been basically working with homeowners and setting them up. And they're basically, and behind the scenes, they're working with Judah Epstein.
Okay.
There's one in particular. He's an African-American lawyer. Okay?
I found one of her court cases in the district court. I found one of her court cases in the district court.
District federal court.
Yeah.
And by the way, Lois,
Yes.
you wanna write this down, please?
Okay.
There is a case.
You went out.
Yeah, it only gives the court case. It doesn't give her contact information. I think he's gone. I think he hit the wrong button and left. So let me try to put some of these things together for you and send you an email. You know, like I'll give you his contact information right now, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. I think we made progress. I mean, but you need to really take it all the way. I think this Linda, if there's a law that said if you made an offer that it voided the debt, right?
That's what he said, yeah.
That would be key. There he is. Are you back? Lou, are you back? Oh, I thought I heard him.
Okay.
Okay, very good. So let's wrap it up, and we'll move forward by email. Is that cool?
Okay, that's very cool. Thank you
Okay, so
much.
what's your email address?
It is L,
L?
and then the word Roundtree, ROUNDTREE,
Yep.
and then Patrick,
No dot?
nope, at gmail.com.
Okay, so let me try to send you something right now, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, thank
John.
you. I hope that helped. I mean, I think it did.
Oh, no,
I
no,
wanted
no,
to share the
no.
thing. He's reluctant to share the video, but, you know. All right, cool. It's up to him, I guess. When you guys decide, let me know, okay?
I will.
Great. Thank you, thank you. Beg the guy. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Cool. Yeah, I can give you her number. Hold on.
Wait a minute, Jim Rowan, I want to give you a number. Now, you can't be political with this guy.
Okay.
James Rowan is and by the way, you can't be political with any of them.
Okay.
Including Carson. That's probably why Carson blew you off.
Okay.
All right? And that's why I'm trying to tell you, man.
I know it's not political. They're all playing the game.
Yeah, but you are really doing a great job, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay, so James Ruane. I know his name for some reason. I know this guy's name. I don't know why.
he actually sued Patrick Carroll,
Oh, okay.
okay?
Yep.
And they settled the case.
Okay.
He sued him for violating a slew of the Connecticut state canons, judicial canons.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on a minute. Gotta get a pen. I've heard of this lady. She actually had Marilyn Moore in her house, I think.
Oh, good.
Okay. And by the way, the attorney can you look on that docket and see if Andre Kyle is listed?
Nobody's listed. There's no information on the thing at all.
On the lawyers?
No, there's no lawyer information on it at all. Usually it has a thing at the back saying this is where I sent it, who I dealt with. It doesn't.
No. On the front of the docket, there has to be a list of defendants.
I just put in her name and it came up.
No. But look on that docket. Okay, what's her name is Lois what?
Patrick. Lois Patrick. I just friended her on Facebook.
Okay, and what is her number?
Her number is... hold on. Her number is 203-360-7109.
Yeah, and let me give you Linda Palecci's phone number.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, yeah. John, you're becoming a center for this. And you could be saving a lot of homes, man. And if you want to help yourself in your campaign, this is how to do it.
I get you.
Okay?
Go.
And I have absolutely no qualms about...
Dude, you're good at what you're doing, but what we got to do is get it into the View.
Well, we can get it into the whole...
Like you know what? The best way seems to be the video, because I spoke to a guy yesterday. He watched the video 10 times. He couldn't sleep at night.
Seriously?
I'm telling you, he's losing his house. His name is William. I have his number in this phone. I just haven't called him back.
Hang on a minute, I'm looking for a wing. All right, let me give you Linda's stuff first.
Okay, good. I appreciate it. You know what? I understand there's reluctancy, and for good reason.
Well, I know I've already been threatened, and I was threatened by a judge, so I already know what's what's happening. Hang on a minute, let me give you.
Yeah, of course, because they're going to go to jail, hopefully.
It can happen.
It may happen. Yeah.
If we listen, I live by a book. The book is called The Art of War. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I study every move that everybody makes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me give you.
Yes. Hey, listen, credit to you. Because you know what? You have the information people don't have.
Exactly why I'm giving it to you. Okay, Linda Paletti, her home phone number is 860 556 9231.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, her cell phone is 860
Mm-hmm.
222
Mm-hmm.
5799.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see here. Her email address is Linda, Linda,
Mm-hmm.
and then Anne,
Mm-hmm.
PELL1 @gmail.com.
Awesome.
Okay?
Yep. All right, let me get on it. Let's talk later. You might have to talk to this guy named William, okay?
You go ahead. Lois.
Okay, good. I'm on it. Thanks.
No, wait a minute. I need you to listen. I need you to call Linda like right now.
Okay, I'm calling her right now. Bye.
And then after that, I'm delighted with what you're doing. I just got to make sure that they don't blow you away. Okay? That this thing makes sense. And if you want to capitalize,
they're not coming after me.
No. You don't understand. That's not the point I'm making. They'll make you irrelevant. That's what they'll do.
Oh, let them try.
But the name of okay, listen, you are doing, we needed you, okay? Now that you're here, all I want you to do is to really think out what you're doing
I understand. Be more of a chess player.
There you go.
By the way, I'm the best chess player I know.
Okay, did you see the Queen's Gambit?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
That's my favorite movie, man.
It's a fantastic movie.
Yeah, so that is...
I did see it, maybe like a month ago. I couldn't believe it was an older movie and I hadn't seen it.
Oh, it is fantastic, you know. I really loved it. I learned a lot from it.
It was phenomenal. Really well done from beginning to end.
Okay.
Great.
So, okay.
No, I you know what? It's hard to please everybody. It's hard.
No. But listen, you're pleasing. You're doing a good job. Let's start with the foundation. You're doing a good job. But I want you to become a sniper, okay?
Okay.
I want you to be targeting people that are really involved. Maria Soldado is Walter Spader's protege, okay? And if she's in court in there, she never notified the court or put it on the record that she has a personal relationship with Walter Spader. He's her godfather, okay? He's the guy that's taking care of her in the Marcus Law Firm. Ed Marcus, the Marcus Law Firm is like, you never really heard of him. Marcus Law Firm, okay, it was the banking commissioner that called me. And he told me that the Marcus Law Firm got busted. They found them owning houses that they foreclosed, and they put them in a rental pool.
Nice.
Richard Lieber does the same thing. Richard Lieber has $25 million in an offshore account in Geneva. Okay? You know, I know a lot of this stuff, and you and I are the perfect match.
Great.
Now, but we got to do it right.
Okay.
And
Well,
now,
keep in mind, I need your advice. That's all. Okay? Good.
You got it.
Bye.